Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here today to do my first layout using the Noel Mignon August kit, which is called Weekend in Paris, and I have the classic kit this month. So I will be making some really awesome layouts. This first one here, as I was going through the kit and kind of figuring out what I was going to make, I was going through my pictures and realized that I have my girls' dance pictures from this past dance season that I have not scrapped yet. And Layla's is a ballet picture, and that's her costume that she danced in. And her music was Beauty and the Beast music. So that just really screamed to me to use this kit for it, because this is a Weekend in Paris kit. It's very kind of vintage French. Beauty and the Beast takes place in France, so it was just really, really perfect, and her outfit is pink and lace. So it just really came together so perfectly, and I'm really, really happy with it. So my girls' dance album is an 8.5 by 11, so I am going to be doing that size today, so it's going to be smaller than what I normally do. But I cut down that Carta Bella pink heart paper to a 8.5 by 11, and then I'm going to cut this piece of Julie nutting paper down as well, and I'm going to use this as a layering piece. And I really love the blue with the vintage florals on it. It just really goes nicely with this layout. Now this video might be a little bit choppy because for some reason I think my camera was back a little bit farther than I normally have it, and my head gets in there so much and it really bothers me. So I cut out a lot of little spaces where my head was coming in so you guys don't have to look at the top of my head because it's not cute. So hopefully it won't be too distracting. I don't know what it was. I think I have my camera back a little bit farther than I normally do. All right, so a couple things I pulled out here from the kit. I have a doily, and then I have that die cut there, and that is from Photo Paper or Photo Play. Yeah, Photo Play. And it has the Eiffel Tower on it. It does have a French saying as well, but I don't need that part, so I'm going to cover that up with the picture, and it just kind of peeks out and it has the Eiffel Tower. So I just wanted to make sure I had the Eiffel Tower showing. And then I have that really large Prima rose that I'm going to use as well, because the name of the music that she danced to was called The Rose. So I am going to use that flower. However, that flower is really thick. And I think it might have been cut from like a wire stem or something where that has a whole bunch of flowers. So it was really, really thick there, just right in the center, and I couldn't take it. I tried to flatten it with my hands, but I could only do so much. So I'm just taking my scissors to it, and I'm gonna cut out the center part here that is really, really thick. And then I will just kind of piece it back together. And it still looks like a rose, so no worries on that. But I couldn't take how thick it was. I'm really, really picky about that. So I just took that piece out of the center there, and I'm just going to kind of piece it back together using my ATG gun and some liquid glue as well. Don't worry, it's going to come back together. Here we go. Getting it back. I'm going to use a little bit of my ATG, and then I will use some of my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive as well. And if I'm pausing a little bit, it's because I am FaceTiming with my friend Jenny. We were scrapping a little bit together that morning. So I think I tried to cut out a lot of my pauses when I stopped to talk to her and stuff. But all right, so I'm going to go ahead and put these little pieces back, excuse me, in the center here. So there, it looks like a rose again, no problem. And then I need to decide what else I'm going to do on here. And I brought out this lace from Melissa Francis from the kit, and I knew I wanted to use it because Layla has lace in her costume there. So I'm going to use a little strip of that as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get these papers down. And then I will use this little lace trim here, which is really super cute. I'm just going to have it go the length of the blue paper. I really like that, so I will use my quick dry adhesive to put that down. I'm only going to put adhesive on the top part here so it doesn't come out in between the lace or anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. Sorry about my head. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And then I am going to um, put the lace away there and go ahead and start working on these here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my die cut put down on top of the doily and then put the picture on top. And I just want to make sure it's all going to line up nicely. So I want the picture to sit on top of the lace there without going over it so it doesn't become too bulky. Okay, so I got that and I will put this down. And that is a 5x7 picture. And then I saw these balloons on the crepe paper sticker sheet and they were perfect because they're blue and pink. And they're super cute. And then I am also going to use a little sentiment from this Thickers enamel sheet, and it says "so sweet," and I just love that because this picture is super sweet and the dance that they did was super sweet as well. So I'm going to use those, and it fits perfectly right above the picture. And I like the rose down here, so I'm going to go ahead and use my quick dry adhesive and stick that down so I don't forget. Especially since I had to take it apart and put it back together. And then I'm going to use those Webster Pages tiny little alphabet stickers to put out the year, and I put that down there on the bottom left-hand corner. I cut it out because my head covered up the entire process. Like I said, I'm back like further than what I normally would be, so sorry about that, but I just did 2017 using those little stickers. And then I have a little piece of white cardstock here, and I'm doing my journaling and just talking about how Layla dancing a ballet routine to Beauty and the Beast was just, it was very magical. And then for the titles of all of my girls' dance layouts, I just do a little hand-cut banner in craft, and I write down the name of the music that they dance to. So that's kind of my title here. So I'm putting the rose, and then just cutting my own little banner. That's how their entire album is. So I'm just keeping up with my album theme on that one. And it fits perfectly right here above the word sweet. And I'm going to add some enamel dots here from Cartabella, and then that will be it. So I'm going to add some of these darker pink here in a couple different places. And a couple down here, and then that is going to complete my layout. I'm really, really happy with it. It is an 8.5 by 11, so it went really quickly. And I just love the little vintage feel of it, especially for the theme there. So I'm just making sure everything's good and dry. I'm going to give Jenny a little sneak peek. And then that's going to complete it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will leave a link down to Noel's website where you can look at the kits and see the blog and everything. But I hope you guys will go check it out. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.